think I was just 17. And I was playing in Asbury Park. Of course, all those guys down there were already big stars. This was 78, 79 now. The Jukes were at their peak. Bruce was already just starting to play arenas, not even selling them out, but just going out and starting to do that. So, of course, he was established. He had this was his 4th album. I had played those nightclubs now. And in those clubs, Johnny was there, or Bruce would jam. I was 17. I wasn't even old enough to be there. I thought you made it. I thought that was the big time. I got paid $50 for the night, but to me, that was the coolest thing in the world. People love success and hate successful people. And it's a strange thing to say, but to some extent it's true. If anyone releases any song ever, when somebody wrote that song, they wanted everyone from 6 to 60, black, white, yellow, green, to like the song.
Shot through the heart, and you're too late, darling. You give love a bad name.
I'm not the kind of songwriter that's ever been given critical acclaim. It bothers me if somebody says, I don't like that song, or, he's nonsense, because it's right from my heart. It's something that I have to wear like a pin or a medal every day for the rest of my career. I sit down with an acoustic and beat on something, or I have an idea for a chorus and sit down then with the acoustic and figure out what the melody line is. But 90%, 95% of anything I do, I sit down with an acoustic guitar and that's it. And a notebook. It's all hit and miss. It's however you're feeling. It's an emotion. It's something inside of you. I have to sit down and really think it out. Okay, what am I trying to get across here? And sometimes you hit on that emotion and sometimes you don't. I don't believe that anyone ever wrote a song that they didn't want everyone to love. The first record happened, it didn't sell real big. We really worked hard. We went and did a club tour, up in Toronto at the El Macombo. I mean, like real little, low budget, everybody in 2 rooms kind of tour. The album sold okay. We thought it would do better. We all hoped it would do better. Polygram hoped it would. You'll find a picture when, you see, I better chase the LA thing. And on the Fahrenheit album, we were looking. It was a real tough time for everyone in the band. We had 1 record out, we had toured the world, came home to everyone, breaking up with their girlfriends, their wives, their whatevers, and having all our gear stolen, being sued. I mean, we were flat on our backs, carrying the tapes to and from the studio so that nobody would come and confiscate them. I mean, we had a tough time on that Fahrenheit record. The second album came out, and a lot of our peers that had released their first album that year did a lot better. And immediately we're going, oh God, it's over, what are we gonna do now? Let's chase that, and then you find yourself in your sister's makeup and you got your hair teased up and you're, oh my goodness, isn't this wonderful? And we realized that if we're gonna happen because we were being us. We weren't being the flavor of the month. If we're not us, then we have to try to figure out what's the next flavor before the world does it, or you're going to play catch up. Be yourself, and if people like you, you can be yourself forever. Nothing else matters but if it's a great song. I don't care how many production points you get. It doesn't matter. I think it's a lyric that people can relate to. I think it's a melody that people like to sing. Those 2 things are key. I'll Be There For You, 4th album, all the wonderful things happened. You know, I mean, the first album happened, we thought that was the big time. Second one got better. The third one, of course, exploded.
Pray to God you'll give me one more chance, girl. I'll be there for you. These 5 words I swear to you. When you breathe, I wanna be the air for you. I'll be there for you. I live and I die for you. I still surf from the sky for you. Words can't say what love can do. I'll be there for you.
Little Richard jammed with us in Los Angeles. And in Los Angeles, everyone and their mother comes to see it. It's like a typical LA kind of thing. And you always want to be at your best because you want to, you know, impress your peers. You want to be great that night. And all the bands were there. The guys from Van Halen were there. Guns N' Roses were there. Whitesnake were there. Poisons were there. And they're all there. And everyone's standing on the side of the stage. And typically our encores become free-for-alls. Anyone and everyone we want to jam, you know. Makes it better show for the public. I was going to start the Little Richard medley that I had worked up, you know, and Richard comes on. And I went to go count off the band, and prior to my even being able to do that, the left hand started going, and you knew that this was a genius. Our audience, I don't know if they really understood who Little Richard is, but he's a legend's legend.
She knows how to love me, yes indeed. But you don't know what you do to me, to the booty, oh Rudy, to the booty, oh Rudy, to the booty, oh Rudy.
I was never compared to this guy until I made the biggest mistake of my career and called an album New Jersey. Because I didn't want to call it Bon Jovi 4. And the titles that anyone was coming up with were like goofy. So in the 11th hour, it was a motorcycle patch. Yeah. And that was going to be the cover. And then we hired some fancy guy who made a terrible album cover. And I'd call this album New Jersey. And I brought it up to the guys, and I brought it up to management, I brought it up to record company. I said, look, it simply says who we are, what we are, period. No pictures, no nothing. And the original inner sleeve was my back with the other 4 guys looking forward to show the motorcycle patch, A, and B, to say, this is a band, look at the other guys, will you? From that day on, again, because I don't believe that people look deeply enough into the record or the band when they come to judge the band, they went, oh, New Jersey, Bruce Springsteen. What a dumb mistake. I think anyone can write a song. Anybody. In fact, I'm positive anybody can write a song. How successful a song is or how good it is depends on how good you are at your craft. It's not, let's put parts A, B, C together and you have a hit song. It's just like playing an instrument. Well, I can play a piano, but I can't really play a piano. I beat on a piano and know all the chords and write songs with it. But Dave Bryant plays piano. So that's what it is with songwriting. You talk to a younger band with their first record, and they're on the road for the first time, and they go, this is great. And they think that that's the big time. It's not. And now where I am now, you go, this is the big time. But it really isn't, because there's always bigger and better, and you can do more with music, and you can get a point across to somebody, and you can play a stadium or maybe, you know, I mean, there's just so much more out there.
It's my